I'm going to start with a quote. All things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small, all things wise and wonderful, the Lord God makes them all, by Cecilia Frances Alexander. Today my book talk is about James Harriet and his autobiography series, and I'm going to be talking about one in specific, All Things Bright and Beautiful. It is the second book in the series, and to me it is the best book in the series. First off, I'm going to start out with the characters. There's James Harriet, who is the main character, and he wrote this story. And he is wise and experienced. There's Siegfried Farnan, who taught James Harriet all he knew, is more experienced than James Harriet, and is now working with James Harriet as his partner. There's Tristan Farnan, Siegfried's younger brother, who is in his last year of school/training. And Siegfried used to classify him as irresponsible, and he still has yet to be beaten as my favorite character. He is a troublemaker, he is. Why is this friggin' goat rubbing his head against my butt? There is also H.H., aka Helen Harriet, who is James Harriet's wife. She is kind, headstrong as some people would say, puts others before her, and James Harriet loves her very much. I would like to give you some examples of my favorite stories from this book. First off, there's the one about a baby sheep. This one's a girl. Her name's Banana Cream Pie, I think, because she was born on Pie Day. And the one in the story is about a boy sheep, a ram. My mom calls them Ramalamas. And the thing is, his name was Herbert. In this specific story, Herbert's mom doesn't like him, but the other lamb is the world to her. Herbert had to dive under ewes and get milk. An ewe is a mama lamb that has had her babies. And in this particular story, I'll just let her run. And in this particular story, James Harriet sees Herbert while he's helping give birth to another ewe. In the ewe, when she has her babies, are the triplets, they're all dead. And James Harriet skins one of the babies. He skins one of the triplets and wraps the hide around Herbert. When he does this, he sets Herbert by the ewe, and what he does is he watches them and he makes sure that they actually come to each other like a family. That's my favorite story because it kind of relates to me and my life. The setting, well, that's pretty easy. The setting is a little town called Derby, in which James Harriet goes from farm to farm, carrying animals and pets and helping out whenever he can. When he comes home to wait for another client. Okay. The plot? Well, the book clearly states, this book is not about such things which in any case were so far from Derby. It is the story of the months I had with Helen between our marriage and my call-up, and the ordinary things which have always made up our lives. My work, the animals, the dales. Next, I'm going to talk about the theme. Yep, the theme of this book is definitely informative and entertaining. In conclusion, when my mom made me read this book, I loved it so much that I made her buy the whole rest of the series in one go around at Inklings. Why, you may ask? Well, I won't keep you in suspense. I've wanted to be a veterinarian since I was just a little tyke. This book gives very good veterinary tips. It is also #1 on the New York Times bestseller magazine and many other national bestseller lists. I really wanted to send a letter to the author, but sadly I can't because his blood no longer flows. Thank you for listening to me and letting me voice my opinions, and I really appreciate it. Chantilly Divine Wetzel. Bye!